Hello students, I am here with your chapter 5 biology, the remaining part or the rest part, that is nucleoplasmic cell organelles. In this one we will discuss about the nucleus, nucleolus and chromosome, means chromatin thread which makes the chromosome. So this is the three topics we discussed here. You know, cell is controlled by the help of nucleus. Nucleus is the brain of the cell. They are able to control all activity of the cell. So see, nucleoplasmic cell organelles is present inside the nucleus, and this is the nucleus, figure of nucleus, which contain different type of things. It means the liquid present inside the nucleus is called nucleoplasm, this one, which makes protoplasm mixed with the cytoplasm. So cytoplasm and nucleoplasm make the protoplasm. So this is the very important liquid materials present inside the nucleus. So say nucleus is covered by the help of the membrane, double bonded membrane, that is nuclear envelope, or the outer membrane and inner membrane. So they are covered the whole nucleus, or it keep the nucleus apart from the cytoplasm. So here you see the alternative pores are present, that is called nuclear pore, from which it connect with the cytoplasm and exchange the substances from them, or sometimes ER can emerge from this nuclear pore. After that you will see the dense area, dense particles present here, that is the nucleolus, which also control the activity of nucleus. Means we can say the cell's brain is nucleus and the nucleus brain is the nucleolus. So this is the dense particles or part which keeps genetic material in it, DNA, RNA, etc. Chromatin thread, this intermingled thread is called chromatin thread, which is present inside the inside the nucleoplasm, and it is of different types. So when it is in resting condition, means when it is in the cell is interphase, they are in chromatin thread like intermixed structure. When it proceed to the next page, they are broken into the small thread like structure. After that they thicken and make the chromosome. So really chromosomes formed by the help of chromatin thread. So this is the three things present inside the nucleus. Now say nucleus, it occupies 10% of the space, okay, occupy 10% of space of the cell. You know, in the plant cell they are at the corner, in animal cell they are at the center. So nucleus occupy 10% part of the shell, either plant or animal cells. You see here the size or diameter, we can say diameter of nucleus is 0.3 mu to 25 mu. It means it varies from cell to cell and from their function of the cell. So it is invented and named by Robert Brown in 1831. When you see the onion peel, when you see the cheek epithelial, this is the practical experiment or practical on your syllabus. So when you see the onion peel, you can see this is the brick like structure and some dense particle present nearby the, means near the corner. So this dense particle is termed as nucleus. We can't see with the help of your compound microscope very big nucleus or the clear nucleus, but dense particles are arranged in the corner, at the corner, that is the nucleus. So in the cheek epithelial you can see the dense particles present in the center. So what is this? This is the nucleus. So we imagine that the central dense part in the cheek epithelial is considered as nucleus, or the dense part present at the bottom, at the corner, we can consider them as a nucleus of the plant cell. So Robert Brown invented it in plant cell in 1831. So there is the nucleus who operate the activities of the cell. Now function to control the activity of the cell means all the activity of the cell controlled by this nucleus, and nucleus is the center of the operating or means controlling or performing the activity of the cell. Inside the nucleus there is nucleoplasm, that is the liquid part present inside the nucleus, and in nucleoplasm there is the more dense part, that is the nucleolus. See, nucleolus present in the nucleus, and it is dense part in the nucleus. It controls the activity of nucleus, and center for DNA means genetic materials they can keep. So very important. So DNA form RNA, RNA form protein. So in higher class we study about the translation, transcription, translation. Okay, these things takes place. So DNA make the RNA, RNA make the protein. So this is the way the activities takes place inside the nucleus. So nucleolus. So this is very important part of the cell of the nucleus and helps to maintain the physiological activity of the cell by giving genetic materials or by making protein. Now chromatin thread. See, chromatin thread like structure present inside the nucleoplasm is called chromatin thread. Really, in the interphase when the cell take rest, in that phase the chromatin thread is of this type. When it going to divide means prophase, metaphase, anaphase, telophase comes, then when it goes to divide, what happens? Their cell become means this thread become smaller particles means small thread like structure they formed. After that they thickened and make the chromosome. This is the chromosome. In chromosome the middle part is the centromere. This centromere means this chromosome again divide into two, that is called chromatids. So see, it has two arms. So we can say here it is bivalent. It has four arms. So it is called tetravalent. So what is this? This is the part of, this is the type of chromosome on the basis of which thing? On the basis of their arms. So see, chromosome is really for means it is very beneficial for the cell because it is made up of DNA and protein, means gene is the unit of chromosome. They are form the chromosome and make the chromosome functionful. So see what happens with it. So this is tetravalent chromosome. So this chromosome, this is the chromosome and they are made up of gene. You know, gene is responsible for the character. So this centromere gene is present there. Now you see, in chromosome there is a other satellite body, secondary constriction and centromere. So this is, here is the satellite body, secondary constriction and centromere in the middle. This is the arm, this is the centromere. So this is the structure of a chromosome which have satellite body, secondary constrictions, a centromere, arm, etc. Now on the basis of the position of the centromere, we can divide them into four parts, four types. You see, this is the metacentric chromosome. Metacentric means centromere at the middle, means in the middle portion centromere present. So this is, both arms are equal. Submetacentric means the two arms are not very much unequal but unequal. Okay, centromere just move towards the right or left of the chromosome, which make one big arm and one small arm. So there is no more difference in the both arms, but acrocentric having so much difference. So one is very small arm, one is very big arm. But telocentric means the centromere at the top or tail, then there is only one arm is there. So on the basis of the position of the centromere, they are, means chromosomes are either metacentric in the center, submetacentric just in the center, acrocentric in the means not in the center, means it is in one side, and telocentric at the tail of the chromosome. So this is 4 types of chromosome on the basis of what thing? The position of centromere. So understood? This is the chromosome which is really required for the character carrying. So see how it's investigated. So if E. Strasburger in 1875 see the chromosome, but told that thread-like structure present in the center of the cell, that is the nucleus. Balbiani in 1876 told that rod-like structure present in the nucleus is called present. They are not having the name chromosome. W. Fleming in 1879 they also told thread-like structure present inside the nucleus. W. Waldeyer in 1888 told the name chromosome, but W. Sutton and Boveri in 1902 they told that chromosome carry hereditary characters, means they identify the physiological activities of the chromosome. So this is the theory, means this is the history regarding the investigation of the chromosome, and so many scientists do the activities from since 1875 to 1902. Now what function they perform? As we know, the chromosomes carrying character from generation to generation, and the number of chromosomes in each living beings is fixed. So we have, means human being have 46 chromosome or 23 pair of chromosome. So this 46 chromosome having their character, and their gamete have only half chromosome. So half gamete from the parent, means one parent, half gamete from the other parent, means half gamete from the father, half gamete from the mother, half number of chromosome. They mix together, from father 23 chromosome, from mother 23 chromosome. They mix together and form 46 chromosome as the nucleus, as the human cell have. So see, this is called double, means 2n. It is called n. It is called n. It become again 2n. So see, it is n means what? N means haploid. Haploid means half number of chromosome. Half number of chromosome. And 2n means diploid. Full set of chromosome. Full set of chromosome. So this is what? This is the activity takes place. So by the help of division, meiotically division, they may be haploid, again they fuse together and become diploid. So haploid diploid is the condition when they are present in different cells. So if it is present in the general body cell having 46 chromosome, that is diploid. If it is found in the gamete cell, it is 23, it is haploid. Two gamete, male and female, meet or fuse together, they form the diploid set of chromosome, diploid chromosome. So this is the way they form. Now see, here I written uni, bi or poly. On the basis of the number of nucleus, they may be uninucleate, okay, uninucleate, that is binucleate, and polynucleate. Polynucleate. Uninucleate means having one nucleus. Binucleate means having two nucleus. Having two nucleus. And polynucleate means more than two nucleus. More than two nucleus. So general cell having one nucleus, and the cell present in the heart, that is a cardiac muscle having cell having two nucleate, and some cell, that is exceptional, having more than two nucleus present. So this is the number of nucleus according to that cells. Okay, number of nucleus present in the cell according to uninucleate cell, binucleate cell and polynucleate cell present. Now see how division takes place in nucleus, how the cell divide. You know, two type of cell is there. One, cell division. Cell is of two type, so division is also of two type. What type of cell? That is vegetative cell. Vegetative cell. Generative or reproductive cell? Reproductive or generative? Generative cell. Okay. So see here, in vegetative cell there is a division, that is mitosis. Mitosis. It is called equational. Equational division. And meiosis having reductional division. Reduction means half or reduced. The number of chromosomes reduced there, that's why it is called reductional division. Here no change in chromosomal number, that's why called equational division, means equal number of chromosomes become sustained. So this is equational division and that is reductional division. So here you see meiosis. Meiosis, or you can say reductional division. Reductional division. Two type of division takes place in the cell. One mitosis, second meiosis. One equational division, second reductional division. So see, in mitosis there is only steps. So this is the steps of karyokinesis. Karyokinesis means division of nucleus. So it is started after resting phase, that is prophase, metaphase, anaphase, telophase. So after that there is cytokinesis. So this is the four steps of the karyokinesis, and then nucleus divide, and then cytoplasm division takes place. Here you see in meiosis there is two type of meiosis. One meiosis 1 and second meiosis 2. Meiosis 1 is the different, that is having change in the number of chromosome. Meiosis 2 is just like mitosis. So see, meiosis 1 having prophase 1. This prophase 1 having 5 stages. Okay. This is the simple name of that one, prophase 1. Prophase 2, sorry, it is prophase metaphase 1. Metaphase 1. Anaphase 1. and telophase 1. After that it proceeds to prophase 2, metaphase 2, anaphase 2, telophase 2. So, this is the two type of meiosis here. In prophase 1, this is very long lengthy process. So, in this one the crossing over takes place and so many activities takes place which are really required for the variation, for the living, for adaptation. So, see prophase 1 having lactotine, zygotine, pectine, diplotin, dikinesis. These are the different sub-steps of prophase 1. So, in higher class we will study about these things in detail. So, what prophase having activities, metaphase, all the activities of the cell division takes place, and finally in this one if the number of chromosome is 4, then after the completion of them the same number of chromosome is present. But here you see in the meiosis one cell having 4 chromosome, then after they will divide into 2. After meiosis 1 it has only 2 chromosome and then it divides, it is meiosis 1. It is meiosis 2, it divide again into 2, but the chromosome number become same. So, we can say they produce 4 cells having half number of chromosome. So, this is the reduction division, this is the equational division of the cell. Okay.